Hello and welcome. My name is Tsvetan Dimitrov. I am the CTO of Ambro. We're a company that specializes in automatic vehicle damage detection and claim cost estimation for motor insurance claims. As you can see, today I am situated in a vehicle. This is actually my vehicle. I will later explain why. I will present to you an application that we're developing related to policyholders and incident-involved parties. Basically, this application is used so that policyholders can monitor their purchase policies and also file different claims when they are part of an accident. So let's start the demo. The first screen that you're currently looking at is the login screen. The login screen is fairly simple and standard. It has a standard login and sign up and also a Google login and sign up. For the sake of making this demo shorter, I will skip the registration flow and basically I will use my Google account to log in to the application. As you can see, after login was successful, I am presented with the home screen of the application. This is a very interesting screen and probably the one that most people will spend most of the time. So let's start dissecting the different bits and pieces. First of all, the purple card that you see on top, this is basically the policy cards of your different policies. So let's say I own a Volkswagen Golf, which has a CASCO with a specific CASCO number. I also have some data regarding the vehicle, and I also have an end date when this policy will end. Something also interesting is the vehicle details buttons. When I press on it, I can inspect all the technical details regarding my vehicle. Also in policy coverage, I can expand it and check the different options and extras I have related to my policies. And because I can have multiple policies, I can just swipe them. For example, I have two vehicles, so I have two policies. The first one was for Volkswagen Golf, the second one was for Nissan Qashqai. So basically the same applies here. I can check the data of the second vehicle, I can have a third vehicle, and so on and so forth. Something very interesting I want to point your attention is the bottom part of the screen where you see CASCO and MTPL written. Basically, you can distinguish between your CASCO policies and your MTPL policies. The only thing for me in order to start inspecting my MTPL policies is just to press MTPL, which will basically switch the slider to the other side. I basically have absolutely the same concept with the policy cards, the same data being displayed. I also have vehicle details, but the biggest difference between CASCO policies and MTPL policies is related to filing claims. And why is that? As you can see, the way the screen is laid out is different, and that's on purpose. Because, for example, when you want to file a claim for a CASCO policy, you need to file it attached to your own policy. When you file claims for MTPL policies, usually you file them towards the policy of the guilty person from the accident. So that is why they're detached. And in the MTPL scenario, you just use the policy cards for observability, just to observe your own policies. But when you click the file claim button, you file a claim towards somebody else's policies. So as I mentioned in the beginning of this demo, I am situated in my car. So I will now demonstrate how I will file a claim, a CASCO claim, and I will use my own vehicle to take pictures of it. So I will now step out of the vehicle. And first thing I will do is I will press the file a claim button. When I press it, I'm presented with the screen, please now take pictures. So what I'm going to do now is press the camera button and I'm presented with screens of the different perspectives. As you can see, we first start with the front perspective of the vehicle. But because pictures usually are taken better in landscape, I just switch my phone into landscape mode. I click the next button and now I will start taking pictures of the vehicle. As you can see, I'm right now in the front of the vehicle. I just take a picture of the vehicle, I confirm that the picture is okay and I move on. Then I go to the front left perspective. So I move myself to the front left side of the vehicle and I take a photo. Then I go to the next one. Now I have to go to the front right part of the vehicle. I'm already here, I take the picture. Next one is left. I move myself to the left part of the vehicle and I take a picture. Again, the same happens with the rear of the vehicle. Now I have to go to rear left. Those perspectives are basically standard ones that insurers require when an accident occurs, so that's why we have them. And almost at the end, rear right, and the last one is right. This is the right perspective of the vehicle. Okay, so now we're presented with the claim summary. I will get back into my vehicle and I will explain more details related to it. As you can see, we can observe the claim summary in landscape mode, but we can also do it in vertical. All the pictures that I've taken can be browsed here. I also again have my vehicle details, I have policy details, I have my personal details here. And the only thing left for me, also if I'm not happy with the picture, I can also zoom in, I can observe it, and I could also retake the picture if I'm again not happy with it. The last thing that we need to do is basically submit the claim. I click on submit claim, and now your CASCO claim was recorded successfully. You will be notified when processing is fully completed. When I click the done button, I am returned back to the home screen. So our claim will be processed fairly shortly, but in the meantime I will show you what are the other functionalities of the application. When I click on the settings button, I am presented with a few menus here. I have account details, which is again something fairly standard. I have the personal details, documents, for example, where I attach my driver's license. I have credit debit cards because later on when I want to get paid for the damage that's been caused to my vehicle, we also can support that. We have privacy policies, terms and conditions, and we have a logout button. Something very interesting is claim history, because when I come here, basically I get the history of all the claims that I have filed. And we can check, for example, a previous claim that we filed. Again, we have the claim report section here. We have the same layout, vehicle details, policy details, personal information, and so on. The last button on the bottom of the screen is very interesting. It's called Vehicle Damage Report. So basically this, after I click this button, this will be the result that our software basically performs on those photos that we have taken. So let's observe them. As you can see, now I again can browse all the different perspectives that I have already taken. And I can check the following things. I can first press the inspect button. In the inspect button, what it does, it basically shows what our machine learning model has discovered on this vehicle. And because this is fairly hard to digest, basically we can close it and check exactly what has been discovered. Underneath we have a list of all the parts that are being discovered. For example, front bumper. I press the inspect button here, and this focuses only on the front bumper. So basically our software has discovered the front bumper. It has discovered the bonnet. It has also discovered the front radiator grille. It has also discovered the windscreen, or even the badging, and so on and so forth. It has even discovered the license plate, left outside mirror. So basically I can start exploring all the parts and damages that have been discovered here. So I can move on to the next perspective, and this basically shows me more parts. Again, I have something extra here. I have the doors, front left door. Here is the front left door. Again, the radiator grille, but from a different angle. We also discovered the windows on the doors, and so on and so forth. We even discovered door pillars. Again, the same applies to all the perspectives that we have taken. But because currently my vehicle does not have any damage, I will show you some interesting photos that we've taken of vehicles that have really severe damage so that we can inspect them. I will start, for example, with this Volkswagen. As you can see, it is fairly damaged. And when I click the inspect button, there are a lot of things to digest here, so let's start exploring. First thing, we discover that the front headlight is broken, and if you can really zoom in, you can see that there are some jagged edges here, meaning that the plexiglass or the glass of the headlight is broken. So what we have discovered is that basically because this headlight is broken, the only thing that can be done, it has to be replaced. So that's why our verdict is that this part should be replaced. Front left wing is very interesting because it has a lot of damage. So as you can see, we have discovered the front left wing itself, but we also discovered the different damages. As you can see, we have a dent and we have 2 scratches, and we can even focus on them. As you can see, for front left wing, I can expand a drop down, and what it shows me the different types of damages, how much of the part area has that damage taken, and also what is the percentage of confidence that our algorithm is confident that this is really a dent or a scratch. So let's start. First, I can focus only on the dent. So this is the dent. It is covered in white border. As you can see, the both scratches, the first scratch and the second scratch down below here. And what we have found out, basically, when we sum up the percentage of part area of those 3 types of damages, we get a category 3 damage. So basically we have discovered that this front left wing has damaged area that's between 30 and 50%. So that's why we categorize it as broken. So this could be fixed, but it has to be repaired. So again, when we scroll down, we see a lot of parts that are with clear status, meaning that, for example, the door pillar is just discovered. It doesn't have any damage. The only damage that we're experiencing from this point of view is the front left wing and the left headlight. And you can see everything is categorized absolutely correctly here. Let's explore something that is not that much severely damaged but still has damage. For example, this Dacia vehicle, basically what we have discovered is we have 3 damages on the front bumper. So we have 3 minor scratches, and we can zoom in, we can see there are really some scratches here on the bumper, and we have discovered them. On the front left wing, we have discovered a very, very minor scratch, but even though it's minor, we still have it. And again, based on the aggregated assessment, we finalized that the front left wing has very minor damage. It's from category 1 and the front bumper is from category 2. The rest of the parts are clear. Basically, they're not broken. And so on and so forth. Here we even have more extreme cases where we have almost totaled vehicles. I mean, here the situation is very bad. We have a missing headlight. We have a fairly damaged bonnet with a huge dent. And we also have a lot of damage on the front bumper. We have lots of scratches, and they're really huge. And we even list them, all of them here. We have also tears in the bumper. And yes, so that's it. So thank you for your attention. This was a demo from our application, and I hope we can see ourselves soon. Bye bye.